Celebrity Reads. I'm not going to stay long. I'm just going to check in briefly because I'm still looking at this segment on Deajanae Jackson that murdered, beat to death, attacked, assaulted, beat to death, attacked, assaulted Shanquilla in Mexico, Shaquilla Robinson in Mexico. And I'm trying to keep up with this. There are several things I'm going to address because people keep coming over here talking about I need to apologize because I'm a liar. I was wrong about her being arrested. I'm going to get into a couple of things. I watch the news and I watch attorneys, people that know more than I do about law and procedure and extradition, because these are things I do not know. All of this, the person and a couple of people are trying to say that I said this. I put this out first that she had been arrested, and that's quite impossible for me to do. I did not do that. Other bloggers put it out. I watched the lead attorney. I watched a couple of people, and the lead attorney seems pretty credible. And he's a very big YouTuber, and he's also a teacher. I think he's still a lawyer. I don't know if he still practices law, but he's still a lawyer. And he addresses a lot of legal issues, and he has a large fan base. A lot of people follow him and respect him. And he had the Spanish reporter on there, and the Spanish reporter spoke on several bloggers' channels and did interviews. And I listened to that. And it was reported that she was arrested. So that is what I was going by. And when I looked at my cards, it showed that she was arrested. Or at least she was being held. And it's still, when I came back a couple of days ago, it was showing that. And it's still showing it now. It's still showing, but people are saying she's not arrested. They have proof that she's not arrested. I haven't seen the proof that she's not arrested. I know the warrant, the news is saying the warrant was issued. And all these black people are fighting each other and arguing with each other and going back and forth. At this point, I don't have the energy to do it. My mind is on more important things. I don't really give a fuck about Dejanay or where she is. I'm still sticking by what I said. She's going to jail. If she hasn't been picked up and people are saying she's hiding, they said she went from North Carolina, she went to Connecticut. I heard another blogger say Storm Monroe said she's in Texas. Um, I don't know because I have so much other stuff going on that's more important than where she is and has she been picked up yet, and is it true she was picked up? And the Mexican reporter is still saying, he said the Mexican government will not talk about it, cannot talk about it. There's a warrant issued for her arrest, and she's been detained. I did not see the lead attorney backtrack and say that it's a lie and that she's not being detained. I know he could find out because he's an attorney, and he said he used to live in Mexico. He speaks fluent Spanish. So this person that came over here again today, different people could, and basically I'm blocking you. I'm not going to argue back and forth. It's not really worth my time. It's not worth my health. It's not worth my energy. I have more important shit going on. Like I said, I don't really give a fuck about Dejanay and where she is because I know within the next 3 months, she will be in jail. She will be in Mexico. I'm keep seeing this in threes. When I look at these cards, it keeps saying law enforcement is up in her ass now. Very, very strong. When I look at it from several cards, law enforcement is up in her ass for killing that girl. Very, very strong. It keeps showing the Eight of Swords. Either she's in custody or it could be two things. Because she's going into custody because every day I keep reshuffling the cards, throwing them out, mixing them up, rereading them. They keep showing either this represents you in prison or as well as a self-imposed prison. So either she's putting herself in a self-imposed prison, she's hiding, trying to trap herself so she cannot be found, and she's going to be arrested. Law enforcement is always here with her. It's up in her ass, and she might be moving around, but it's always going to come back right here. That's why I'm not taking nothing back I said. Now, I did not say, even though I saw it to confirm it, that she was arrested November 28th. what the lead attorney said and the Mexican investigator said, she was supposed to turn herself in. And he's still saying that she's being held, they cannot speak about it. But now the black people are saying they got information that she didn't and she took off running. I haven't seen the information. I saw one blogger where there was a white lady on the news, a reporter, saying that she didn't turn herself in. She's still loose and on the run. But I'm still, again, hearing the lead attorney. I watched another blogger that I like that's very intelligent, Tisha Tells. She interviewed with him too. I think she spoke with him a second time. He's still saying it. And then when I look at the cards, I keep seeing this. And there's a lot of conflict and confusion. And if she has a child, it's also around child and family and a whole bunch of confusion and money. Money, legal agreements, what she's going to do, how she's going to do it. But I am telling you, so this person keeps trying to say it, put it on me, it's my reading. No, I didn't read that. And I've said it's just like with the Aaron Carter case. Some of those things, once I see something, I will go and watch the news, as well as I have you come back and give me information. That's why I'm not going to backtrack it, because I didn't say it all, and I didn't say it all came from my spirit telling it to me about her. I watched the attorney, and I watched, because it's not really much on Google, Yahoo, or anywhere else. And he brought the man back on there a couple of days ago, and the man still standing, the Mexican man, still standing by what he said, that she's being held. I don't know where. I don't know by who. They didn't say the local police in North Carolina, Connecticut, or now somebody's saying she's in Texas. So it's a possibility she could still be out. It's no information on it to verify it, but to do the nigga shit and the nigga arguments and the nigga back and forth, I don't, at this point, I ain't gonna do that shit. This shit is stupid. I don't have the energy for it. I got too many more things that are more important to me to worry about. And too many other things going on in my life right now. I'm not gonna argue about it. I'm not gonna even get angry about the shit. I really, like I said, I have no emotions about it. I'm not digging into it every day. I don't give a fuck about it at this point, because I have to deal with the other things I'm dealing with. One thing I can tell you, I believe, and that's why I will not stand down. The arrest date, like I said, I got that from the lead attorney. I watched that show. I watched that interview. It confirmed a lot of things that I said. The Mexican reporter confirmed a lot of things I said, including the time discrepancies, the difference on the time she physically died. I said there was a difference. There were 2 times. He confirmed that. He confirmed that she was moved around, like I said she was, and she was kicked and stomped, like I said she was, injuries to the face. The autopsy time doesn't match the police report time. The payoff, the corruption there, all that stuff I said before he interviewed with the lead attorney or anyone else, and that stuff was verified, and I shared it on my community forum. This thing right here, I'm not really emotionally attached to it. I don't really give a fuck about it. Like I keep saying, I don't feel well, and I'm dealing with other things I need to handle in my life. So to sit up and argue back and forth about that, to apologize that she's not arrested, I don't know. At this point, I keep seeing, again, I don't know why. I keep seeing law enforcement on her. I keep seeing this here. Now, if she wasn't arrested on November 28th, I did not come out and say my spirit told me. I never said that. That's not where I got it from. It was being reported by the bloggers. It was reported by the Mexican reporter, and I repeated it from there. You all can see that. I am not the first one. This person's trying to say that I came out with this. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing she's arrested today, and that I'm the first one that said this shit. No, I didn't. I put the lead attorney's interview on my YouTube forum. What was it? The first one earlier this week. And I said, y'all need to look at this. This confirms a lot of what I'm saying. That's where I first heard it. That's where everybody first heard it and saw it, through the blogs reporting that she was arrested. And then I looked at the reading. I said, yes, I did it. She's been arrested. And the card started showing things like this and things like that. And I did this again. That's why I'm not, you're not going to make me say that I was wrong about everything and that I put this out first and said she was arrested first. That's a goddamn lie. You can prove me wrong. You can prove that I'm lying by looking at my video and the date. And I said it's been reported. It was all over the fucking blog before I even did the reading that she was arrested. Now I fucking said it first and I need to apologize because I said it like I said. She couldn't have been. It's a possibility she's not in there. But she's being held in some way by somebody because it keeps coming up. It's a lot of confusion here and back and forth, and I'm not going to do the nigger shit and the nigger arguments like black folks do that really don't understand the law and the structure of. They just take what they hear and run with it because a group of niggas say it and then another group of niggas say it. So it's true because these different niggas say it, and then they start fighting each other. I'm just watching this, how people are fighting each other about this and arguing with each other about this because they don't see her being arrested and they don't know procedure. And the Mexican reporter is not backing down on what he said. The lead attorney is not backing down on what he said. I like Tisha Tell. She's very intelligent. So yeah, I did go watch. And I don't care what you think because I would be ignorant not to watch and see what's going on and not to learn. I don't just sit here in a bubble and now a lot of things I will say, yes, I believe this, that, but I no, take that back. That's not true. I don't say a lot of things. I believe this and that. Everything I say, I always ask you to go and prove me right or go and prove me wrong. I always do. But I think some people take it like you think I'm weak or you can disrespect me. You're not going to disrespect me. Just because I said I apologize, you think I'm weak and it's time for you to apologize. Fuck you, bitch. It's not time for me to apologize. You're not my fucking mother. Tell me what the fuck to do. Like I said, I'm going to watch this. I'm not in the mood. I'm not going to go back and forth about this. I can't. It's like whatever happens with this thing, happens with this thing. But what I do know, I'm hearing the number 3. Within 3 months, she will definitely be in front of a judge. She's going to be arrested. She's not going to get away with this. Law enforcement is already on her. If they haven't gotten her, like I keep saying this, they're following her. She's not hiding. She's not getting away with anything. Excuse me. I see her family have tried to work through legal things or get an attorney, but I don't think she could afford it. Because if she had a lot of money or she had someone with a lot of money to finance her, she wouldn't be running. She'd have a lawyer that's a specialist in this area negotiating these things if she's really running. There's someone that is spying on her that she trusts, and she also has a lover. Someone that she trusts, she's telling her business, and they're telling someone else, and they're telling they're telling law enforcement. If she's on the run, they're telling law enforcement. No, the only way I will apologize, Natalie, is that I'm responsible for putting this out, and I'm responsible for all of it. I am not the first one to put out that she was arrested. That's not on me. I'm not going to take responsibility for that. But I did say I saw her. After I saw and I listened to reputable and credible people and legal people, I read and I saw that the police were on her and that she was detained. I saw it. What they said, I was reading it, but I have no proof of it. There hasn't been released proof of it, and the feds don't have to release it. Whoever she's under, they don't have to release it when you want them to release it. When I hear a whole bunch of stories and a whole bunch of confusion in something, I'm not going to jump in the middle of it, and I'm not going to try to take my energy, my psychic energy, to see where she is and what she's doing. This is just not a good time for me. So like I said, I pull my emotions back from this shit. I don't care where the fuck she is. What I will tell you is the end result will be what the fuck I said. This is where the fuck she's going. I have 2, 3 sets of cards, some big, some little. This is where she's going. And what else? It showed, and I don't know why it continues to show it, but it does. And that there are very violent, aggressive men that are on her, that are going to apprehend her for death. For the death. And it's the world card that's coming up here too. What goes up must come down, as well as there are legal people here. She might have a pastor as well, somebody in her family trying to talk some sense into her to do the right thing. And they're going to win. She's not going to win. This is getting ready to tumble down in front of her and in her life. And she's very two-faced. They're doing a lot of double talk. They're putting out lies and confusions. One saying one thing, she's a double talking lying bitch as well. Deajanae is. It's a lying bitch and trying to outsmart and trick people about what she's doing and where she's going. She's so stupid because she thinks she's the only one that's doing this. But if somebody that's close to her that's also spying on her and going behind her back, so I don't know if there's money involved, there's a secret reward, they're going to get some type of money. But also what came to me is that when she gets sentenced, I hear people talking about it already. There are going to be book opportunities and interviews for her to make money off of her life and what she's done in interviews. She needs to get a strong legal team to help her, because if she's running again, she does not have one. Where I saw this again, she's moving around. She's concerned about a child. There's information being passed about this that we don't know. And there's another woman that's hidden, that's close to her, that knows her secrets and knows what's going on. And they're talking to a lawyer and law enforcement. Law enforcement is all over this. That's what I'm seeing. So again, if she's not arrested, she's getting ready to be. She's not going to be able to leave the United States and go around the world and travel. And her and 3 of them, the 3, she makes a third one. Her and 3 women were successful at getting away with this at first. Getting away with this murder and staging it and setting it up. And those 3, well, they were supposed to have a promising, successful way of getting away with it. That's who she's talking to. I wonder who the 3 of them are. This is also coming out the same way. She's going to get ran down on. I have several cards. Sometimes I'll keep more than one. And the 3, it's the 3 of them are heartbroken. And the 3 of them are very quiet, as you know, and they know where she is. This keeps coming up. She's not going to get away. She's going to be arrested. If she's not arrested and held now, she's getting ready to be arrested. It keeps coming up, and that's why I'm not going to change what I'm saying. Again, I have for jumping on and attacking this girl and taking something that belongs to the girl, to the lady, Shanquilla, and taking her life. There's a lot of arguing and fighting and confusion and conflict right now. And because they're deliberately not releasing all the information of where she is. So because there's so much confusion, and because I see the end result being the same. So it's like these different people are trying to blame me and said, I put it out and I said she was arrested November 28th. I didn't put that out. I'm not the first one that said that. I went along with it and did the video after I saw the lead attorney, which I trust to be very credible because he is an attorney. And he's very popular, highly respected, and I don't think he would do that. Put out information deliberately that could really mess up his reputation. and make a lot of people lose respect for him. And I think that's why he doubled back and had the man to come back on there and correct it. And the man still stood by what he said. And so I'm not going to take responsibility for putting that out and apologizing for that because, like I said, I do like to watch the news too. I do like to see what legal people, credible legal people, people that are considered credible and that are licensed, have to say about this case and listen to that interview. I listen to that. I don't always go by what I say. I listen to them and I listen to the interview. And I don't believe the lead attorney would just sit there and tell lies, even though other people are saying he's telling lies that are not as educated and really don't know what's going on in Mexico. So that's why I said, and I'm saying it again, I'm willing to sit back and just watch it because, again, if I went by what they said and they said she was arrested November 28th, she's supposed to turn herself in, and now she did not turn herself in, and I was wrong about that because I saw that reported. Okay. But I don't even know at this point. We don't know if what they said was inaccurate, if what the lawyer and the Mexican reporter said was inaccurate. But what I said was, and what I'm saying now, the end result I keep saying is going to be the same. She's going to jail, and she's going soon. And there are three main people involved in her going to jail. And when I looked again a few minutes ago before I got on here, they're celebrating. It's just three women celebrating here, or it's going to be three other ones celebrating because of her being captured. They're going to rush in. Oh, I got another card that's saying the same thing. Do you see why I will not? It's saying it again right here. Men are going to arrest her. And it's a heavy burden for her because she has to turn herself in, and she doesn't want to turn herself in. And she's trying to hold on because she doesn't want to go to Mexico, and she doesn't want to be charged with this, and she doesn't want to go to jail, and she has spies around her that are betraying her. They're listening to the news, and they putting out different stories. It keeps coming up. If she's hiding right now in her own prison, it's going to flip, and she's getting caught real quick. They're going to rush in on her, and this right here is going to be the end result. Now, I'm sticking by that part. She's being watched and getting ready to be ran down on right fucking now. And this is also about a lot of money being involved and about government and about that little secret, little tight little organization they got, the Cabo Six. And if some of them are not guilty, this still bothers me. Why are you quiet? Just like one of them or two of them girls was sitting up there with one of them men filming that shit so that somebody was on the live so that people could see it. It's so disgusting. They could hear and see the shit over there in Mexico while they was beating her up like that in that morning time, the earlier in the day. And then shifting the story all in the eating with the police and paying off the police by digging in her money, getting her money and paying them to cover up her motherfucking murder. And even if you weren't in it, like the girl with Elise Hoyt or Hyatt, why haven't you told the police what you saw? Why haven't you told the Mexican authorities and the FBI what you saw? Why haven't the two men told what they saw, what Khalil and Nazir? Why haven't they told her best friend was right there listening to the murder? Even if he said he wasn't in it, I know you know what happened. And even if you weren't in the room at the moment, after you saw a dead body laying in that motherfucking house that she paid for. Pay for y'all food, y'all chef, pay for everything. You know what went on, but ain't none of y'all saying nothing. Y'all up with the shit. That's why you aided and abetted that situation. You watched that murder. And I still keep seeing conflict. This is not gonna happen right now. If she gets arrested this month, this is gonna go into 3 months from now. This will go into next year. This is not going to be an immediate action where all of this stuff is worked out. You'll hear all of the details like right now in December. She will be caught though in December. It keeps It's on her ass too bad here. She's getting ready to be ran down on. Like real soon. If it hasn't happened to her already. And if she tried to run. That's why I'm going to sit back and watch this. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not going to sit here and apologize and say everything I said was wrong. I'm not going to do that. I've been too right about everything else with this reading and all the other ones that I've done. But like I said, I didn't read that. I listened to the attorney and the reporter speak about that situation. And the bloggers I found interesting and pretty credible because they did a lot of information and studied a lot of information, got a lot of information, and could break these things down. I'm listening to that, and even they can't validate and prove all this stuff from what's going on in Mexico. They can't get access to that. They can't get access to the arrest records. But this is an international manhunt for her. This girl is not bright enough to avoid an international manhunt and get away with murder and never be caught. They're on her now. They're gonna run down on her. They haven't run down on her yet, and she's really hiding, like I said. It won't last long. I don't know if they're going to make it a big media spectacle. I think they should, but I don't know that. For us to officially know that she's in custody, but she's going. And because I keep seeing it every day, I'm willing to wait this out. But I don't, again, I'm really detaching myself from this at this point. Thank you for my Cash App, Joshua, because I don't have the energy for this. It's not that important. I know what's going to happen to her. I keep hearing the number 3. And the 3 main people involved in this, and 3 months. This will go into her hearing and how she will be dealt with. And it's a lot of paperwork between the U.S. and Mexico. It's a lot of decisions that have to be made about the hearings, and it's a lot of confusion that still has to be worked out around this case and this murder. This is and then people's plea and telling one story and tell another story and being forced to be pitted against the other person. This is going to go into the first 3 months of the year of 2023. And then there still may be changes or concessions. It's just things I don't like to speak about that I don't quite know. And it's a lot of things about the legal process I don't know and I don't understand. And that's why I watch the lead attorney. I watch other people that know the law or that have investigated this to try to understand and break it down. And this stuff is still not clear because a lot of these things have not been revealed by authorities in the U.S. and the authorities in Mexico. I can't see you all. I'm trying to. Okay, now I can see you all. Hey, everybody. Uh, so I don't believe I'm wrong about all of this, and that's why I'm not going to apologize. And since she's not arrested, why don't you just say you lied about her being arrested? Again, I could be wrong about that one thing, but she's getting ready to be if she has not. And I didn't pick that date. Again, I saw it. I saw it in the interview. I saw it on other bloggers saying she was arrested a few days ago. And if that's wrong because I saw it and I heard the Mexican interviewer, reporter, and the lawyer say it, if I was wrong because I listened to them say it about a date, okay. I don't know if she was not arrested that date. But if she was and I said it, that's where I got it from. And I trusted that and I repeated that. Yes. But it will still be that. If it wasn't November 28th, it will still be that. She's going down. She's being hunted like a dog. by one of the most and biggest and most powerful gangs in the world, U.S. law enforcement and FBI. She won't win. And now if you're trying to escape to Mexico or anyone else, she's not smart enough and she doesn't have enough money and she doesn't have rich backers to keep her hidden if she escapes and gets a fake passport and driver's license and all that. She's not that bright. Her family doesn't have that type of money because we wouldn't be seeing this. If she is running, she wouldn't run. And it's not going to happen. She's not going to spend years running and hiding. She's going to jail. She's going to be hunted like a dog. I told y'all the bloodhounds were out. I'm not apologizing. And law enforcement is reporting that there's an arrest warrant that's been issued, and they wouldn't see the female, but we believe it's her. So that means if that's the case, she's a fugitive. I know that little bit. And they're going to run down on her ass the same way she ran down on and set that girl up and stalked that girl and murdered her in Cabo. But see, hers will be worse because she'll be physically alive and have to deal with what she's done every day for the rest of her life. Even if she gets out, she will still be marked with the scarlet letter for taking the life of an innocent. Her and the others, Winter, all of them that participated, that's coming next. Because there's 3 main ones that they're looking at. And unfortunately, they're female, but one's a male. I see 2 males involved. It's sneaky, and I think that's her best friend. But the other one that was holding that phone and saying, "Time we got our body," and all. I mean, this. I just rather let this go and just wait it out because it's not that important to me. The case and Shanquilla is important to me, but this bitch and when they catch her, because as far as I'm concerned, it's a win. It's a win they catch her because I keep seeing it. And I don't believe the cards lie to me. It's a win. Excuse me. I could track this. I could track her if I want to. Just like I track animals and other human beings, dead or alive. I don't have the energy for it. And that's why I like to watch legal people and see what they say and what they hear and what's going on. I'm not doing that reading to track her. I'm too tired to do it. And again, it hasn't been a great week for me. I'm going through my own things. And I don't see the benefit of me tracking this bitch like a bloodhound because I can do it. Have I done it? No. You would know if I did it because I would tell you that I did it and I would show it to you. And I'd tell you exactly where she is. I haven't done that. So people say, "Oh, you need to apologize. You were wrong. She wasn't here. She wasn't there." I never said I knew exactly where she was. I never said that. I said the cards keep showing she's being held. And if she isn't, now she's getting ready to be arrested. That's all I said. Because the cards keep showing me that. I didn't say I bloodhound her. I didn't say I tracked her. I know how to do that. If you all want that done, you're going to have to hit my Cash App, bitch. Because I ain't doing that just to be doing it. My head is hurting. I don't feel the greatest. I am not getting ready to do that for free. My doorbell is ringing. I'll come back later. I gotta go see who's at my door.